So guess what, guys? Monster Hunter Wild Beta finally has released for a few days for crossplay, and I have to tell you, oh boy, am I excited. I'm really ranting and raving right now for the game to actually fully release, and I have to tell you, it's fantastic. Let me go ahead and say this. I did not play with all the weapons, so I definitely limited my playtime, okay? The open world concept is really cool, because instead of having to drop in, drop out, and go load this, load that, and then finally find a team, and then, you know, going to actively go fight, each one of them is kind of like what the original, like in Worlds. If you play Worlds, you know, you had a server that had, you know, 10 teams or whatever going at it at the same time. You can always join in, and then you could actually get pulled into the other ones, this, that, and the other. So in this one, instead, it's going the route of, like the hub. Back in World, you had a hub, a social hub, where everybody can, like, gather and have fun. Well, in this one, it's already open. You don't have to load into it. It's just there. So you get to see a mass quantity, almost like MMO. There's just a bunch of different people. And I thought it was really cool. The custom, you know, the creator is still Peak. Capcom never messes with that. The Palico custom creator is still the same as it was with World, but now you actually, I don't think they could talk. I know they can talk now in this one, which is really cool. And the food is slightly underwhelming compared to what it was on World. But I'm going to say we still haven't seen everything, right? A lot of the campsite is not available, so you know it is what it is. It's the beta. I'm not even going to be mad. It's a 10 out of 10 to me. Like I said, I completely nerfed myself by not playing with all the weapons, but I wanted to get to my two main ones that I use. My first time ever playing Monster Hunter, which was World, I missed out on all the past games. Okay. And I never really got into it. I don't know why, but I kind of kicked myself in my ass all the time for not getting into it as a kid. But basically, the first weapon I ever used, which was the simple one, Sword and Shield. Any game I play, I've never played it before, and Sword and Shield is a selection, I'm going to pick it because it's simple. It's well-rounded. It's easy to get a hold of. And once I started getting into things and learning how, you know, collecting and investigations, once I started getting a lot of the you know, tutorials done and understanding of the game, I swapped to something a little bit more complex to me. Dual wielding. Originally it was a switchblade, but I went to dual wielding primarily because it was just so much more faster and action-packed, and you stay up close and personal a lot. You're not having to really pay much attention, just attack and just kind of whittle around and, you know, kind of chip away at the health. And then a second weapon that I started getting good with towards the end, and I started like farming for coats and all that, was the bow. The bow was by far one of my favorites because the knockback was so good. Now, don't get me wrong, heavier weapons do a lot more knockback, and I'm still getting back into the swing of things. I have not played World in years, okay? I used to even be a part of an entire clan. We used to run Destiny and Monster Hunter all the time, and it's just been that long. I might actually just have to hit up the boys and see if they're still open to some more Monster Hunter. But the coolest feature, pretty much, is the seamless you know, cutscene to gameplay. Now, if you played World, it wasn't as seamless. It was literally cutscene, and you're kind of into the game. All right, and it wasn't that bad, you know, especially for the time. A lot of cutscenes didn't do that. So yeah, you didn't have so much seamless, you know, cutscene to gameplay, which they've gotten really good with, and they did. So the intro is just one little part of the act. You save some people, you fight a boss, or you know, Monster Hunter boss, and you're done. It's an intro boss. Not hard, simple, and then the online portion opens up to you, which was not even close to underwhelming. It was actually exactly what I was hoping it would be for the beta. The entire open world, while still pretty small because it's just an introduction beta, was really cool, lived in. There's definitely a lot to give, a lot of items, a lot to do. Now, the one difference I've seen is basically a respawn system for stuff you collect. So I noticed the what are they called? I think trank clouds, bombs or whatever. It's what you use usually to actually capture. So basically set a trap, boom, put them to sleep, capture them. Well, to be able to do that, you have to get the mushrooms. The two mushrooms you need, which is like paralysis and sleep. To get those two, you have to farm them. Well, there's only two spots that I saw on the map that had them, and they had like a 12-minute wait, so you pick them up, wait 12 minutes. And before I ended my stream, I did actually capture one, which was pretty nice. There. There we go. Yeah, that's how you do it. Now, you'll have to excuse my camera being blurry. I don't know why it was. I think I was having connectivity issues anyway. Something to do with OBS, blah, 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 whatever. But anyway, yeah, I was able to actually do a capture before I quit, which was something I really like to do because you just get a little bit extra out of it. While, yeah, doing a full hunt, it seems like in this, every time I did a full hunt, I got a lot of rare, the gems or whatever it was, which I had to stop because I was just going to be farming for almost no reason. Because I have looked everywhere where it said the only thing that transfers is when you did the beta, you get something for it. And then 2, your character will transfer. That's it. Just the creation. Not any of the stuff you collected. And I didn't want to, you know, waste hours and hours of just collecting and farming the 4 monsters just to not be able to do anything. You can't create any weapons. You can't create any costumes. This is not negative, by the way. This is a beta. I understand that. So this isn't negative. I just didn't want to waste any more time. But that actually got me pretty excited because I had to farm to be able to put him to sleep. And then being that he was electric, I don't know why I wasn't thinking about it. I was trying to use an electric trap like an idiot. And then I was like, oh, wait, I don't need to put that one down. I need to put a regular trap. And then I'll be able to actually put him to sleep, which was, like I said, it was super exciting to get back into that. You know, I know Rise came out and like I said, I haven't actually sat down and played it. So I don't know if it has the same feel. I just know that World took, I think it was almost 400 to 500 hours of my time. You know, it was just so great. I liked the, you know, big events they had, a lot of the crossovers and stuff, the skins, the other Capcom stuff. And I still hate the Behemoth. He whooped the shit out of me all the time. And like I said, I beat all the, you know, I beat the DLC, beat the main game, and started farming it and just enjoying it. It was never a bad experience. Now, yes, I had bad games where I would lose. But it wasn't a bad experience. It was a real good, it was better than Destiny to me. It was better than Call of Duty. It was better community-wise because, you know, you worked together for that common goal and it wasn't PvP. So it's just, it seemed to be better. They had all these different ways of playing it. You had the arena. You had specialized arena, which was like literally use the weapon we give you. If you're not good with it, you're going to fucking lose. And then all the different ghillie suits that you could have, or not ghillie suits, the different mantles, all the buffs and debuffs. You really had to look into your armor. You'd always have to, all right, it's not just attack and defense, it's also what buffs and debuffs do I get to fight this guy, to do this guy, to do this, and do this. And a lot of the armor was really good against what you're going to fight. So you're pretty much at a disadvantage when you first fight, and then you'd be at a better advantage when you actually get the armor. Ironically, I said this on stream, the biggest takeaway that really made me want to play World was my buddies were like, dude, you can farm these animals and literally build skins or, you know, armor and weapons out of their bodies. It's really crazy, but it's super PG. And when I went through it, started looking at the weapons and looking at how much material is in the game, how many side quests they are, and how live they kept it up. Rise will have to be another 4-year game for me because I think World came out in like 2018, and I played it from 2018 till literally like 2 years ago. So that game was a long-standing game for me, and this one is just going to be, it's going to be it. I'm going to play the shit out of it. If anybody is wanting to join, I'll see how everything works when the game comes out, and we'll just see what's going on. But if you care to join, it will be in February late. I'm going to take off a few days of March and stream it. Come by, chat, have fun. Let's just make a day of it if you guys choose to come by, because it's going to be that weekend. I'm going to take off Monday and Tuesday, I think, ish. I got to see what's going on. But yeah, that's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.